Friday. You already know here in Southern California it's another beautiful day to be out and about, right? Weather's just lovely. So it's a nice day to hit the boulevard, and you already know. But you already know we're right here at work, stuck like always working on a lunch break. Decided to hop on, see what's good with everybody. You know, what's the talk of the town is going down. I wanted to curve, you heard me. Decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals. See what's good. Got the dog over here barking. Oh, and for those who are curious, yes, I am going to drop a video of my thoughts on the whole P. Diddy thing, the whole P. Diddy scandal, because it is a lot more bigger than people think it is, right? I mean, they hit him with a RICO, and you already know RICO cases are very, very, very difficult to beat, right? You know, they almost all the time win whenever there's a RICO case. The government always wins, right? It's bad enough it's the feds, right? But now you got a RICO on top of that? Damn, my boy, good luck. You know, the fact that it's a RICO, Diddy's lawyer team has a very difficult challenge ahead of them, right? Because that's just going to be no joke, you know. The RICO, and then not only that, but so many people, right, that are involved and that are gonna, you know, spill the beans because they are, right? Because they are people that are not from that kind of type of lifestyle, right? So they're gonna talk for sure. What's cracking, like, Derek? What you getting yourself into, my boy? So he's definitely screwed. You know, all the money in the world can't protect him now. She's gonna be rough for him. You know, witnesses, all the evidence that they probably found, because they say they have all kinds of fucking cell phones and laptops that have been confiscated. And I can only imagine, bro, if they found all those fucking lubricants and baby oil, then you know those laptops had all kinds of shit in it. That's right, my boy, getting ready to get that Skrilla Illa, that motivation. But seriously, who the fuck keeps like 1,000 bottles of fucking lube and baby oil, bro? What the fuck's wrong with that fool? That fool wanted to make sure he was well supplied, even in case a pandemic hit or fucking, you know, like there's like Armageddon. But he wanted to make sure that he was prepared for any scenario. Big earthquake, tsunami, anything. I said tsunami, not salami. That too, he was probably prepared for that, but how you doing? Good. How about yourself, Wicked Gaming? What up, S Shadow? What's cracking, lacking? Mr. Pasa, what you getting yourself into? Ishi? Ando en el vaso. ¡Órale! Eso es todo, hijo. No queda otra. Should night warm puppy. This should night. Oh yeah. He did warn. But I mean, he should have known this empire was gonna come crashing down. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, motherfuckers. I mean, just interviewing individuals and just them speaking on the whole P Diddy thing. You can sense the discomfort in individuals, right? Like they just were not comfortable talking to that individual, bro, or around him. You know, like when you see these individuals in other people's interviews, or when other people are around, they're all cool and chopping it up and it's all gravy. But when P Diddy was around, them fools were just like outside their comfort zone, bro. Like you could just see the discomfort in them, right? Like that whole shit was awkward, bro. And it's like, come on now, you know, like, I mean, all that shit is not for a reason, right? It's for a reason. She ain't playing. Come to South Central. I'll give you the choricito. Ay, wait. My boy. You're gonna end up like Diddy. You think the situation is serious? With the whole Ukraine thing? About them, the war related wise, or what do you mean? with the whole Ukraine and them, and how bad the war has gotten. Putin would have never expected that. He would have never expected this. Shit, the whole world didn't expect this. This shit is crazy. Because Russia was so high and mighty. It's like, bro, what the fuck happened, bro? Ukraine didn't even have an army, bro. They didn't. They legitimately didn't even have an army. That shit is crazy. One of the three superpowers of the world, right? You know, going to war with a country who doesn't even have an army, you would have figured it would have been like that. It goes to show that all that huffing and puffing don't mean a goddamn thing when shit hits the fans. You heard about Puffy was getting his stiffy loop, aka Jiffy. He was doing all kinds of shit, bro. I don't know. You know, Meek Mills will drop the tapes. Only he knows the truth. When will people wake up? This is bigger than rap. This is how they all operate. I wouldn't say all of them operate like that, right? But I would say a good sized chunk of them do, right? They feel like their money and their power and their status, you know, exempts them from, you know, the rules of life, right? The behaviors, right? They feel like they can, you know, just display all these deviant fucking acts without there being no punishments. And it's more of a power thing, right? Just knowing the fact that they're able to do that stuff because of who they are, right? It's like an ego flex almost. It's quite sickening. It's like when these individuals want to join a club, they don't know what the club is, right? But all they know is that only the richest people get to join that club. And just for that very reason is the reason why they want to join. They don't even know what the club is about. But just because, you know, only the wealthiest of wealthy get in, that's all the, you know, motivation they need. People are fucking crazy. Goes to show that these individuals say that they don't care about what people think, but yes, they do. That's why they move the way they move, my boy. That's why they do what they do, because they care about what people think about them, bro. That's why they got to get the most expensive cars and have the lavishes of houses and, you know, buy the most expensive things, because they care about what people will say about them, bro. They care about people's opinions. Don't be fooled by them when they say that they don't give a fuck about what any of these broke folks say. Yes, they do, bro. The people literally control every aspect of their lives, bro. From what they wear to what they eat to where they go, bro. They don't decide. They just think they decide, bro. Nah, I can't go, nah, because what will people say? Nah. What will people think about me? Nah. But then people will start talking and saying this and that. They give a fuck about what people say, bro. People literally control their fucking lives. These people don't move willingly on their own. Bro. These fools give all the fucks about what people say about them. And just want to lie and say, I don't give a fuck about, man, I got money, dog. I don't give a fuck. Yes, you do, bro. I mean, that's the very reason why you even sent that sentence to begin with. Suge Knight is not with the business, bro. He's just another pretender, too. What up, Shadow? What's cracking like in my boy? Russia gives us a warning. If Ukraine uses any missiles from the U.S., they're going to shoot missiles at the U.S. I don't think that Russia will do that, though. You know, because understanding the dynamics behind these conflicts, right? Okay, if Russia does send missiles towards the United States, it is now breaking the pact of NATO, right? Which NATO is a bunch of different countries that all move as one, right? So NATO is, I think it's about 32 countries within NATO, right? Germany, France, England, New Zealand, Australia, you know, and, you know, all these other ones, right? And so if you attack one, then you attack all of them. If you want war with one, you have war with all of them. That's the purpose of NATO. That is what NATO is. So if you want war with the United States, you'll have war with England, France, Germany, and etc., right? All these other 32 countries, right? So if Russia can't handle the problem with Ukraine, a fucking country that didn't even have a military presence, right? If it sends missiles towards the United States, it doesn't only have to now worry about the United States. It now has to worry about all of the United States allies, and not only that, but a lot of them are really close to their borders. You know what I mean? Like Finland, for example. And Finland, it may not be, one of the most dominant armies, but they have been stocking up for quite some time. Oh, and Poland too. And Poland has become, one of Europe's most, powerhouses, in the last century, bro. They've been stacking up on their military, bro. They've been, they're like, nah. We've been sleeping for way too long, homie. It's time to kick our game up. So they've been fucking improving on all of that, right? So Russia will have a big problem. And they're not stupid. They realize that. You know what I mean? That is the reason why these countries, all they do is bark, but don't really do what they say they're going to do, like China, like North Korea, like Russia, right? Because they're aware of the domino effect that it will cause, right? And they're just not willing to gamble like that. Because keep this in mind. They can want war with the United States, right? But who's to say that the Russian civilians will agree with that, bro? They might just revoke and overthrow their government, bro, because they're going to be like, fuck that. Nah. We're tired of war. We're tired of you sending our kids out there just to fucking die. Fuck that. It's time for change. And now they fucking go after Putin themselves, right? So you got to think about that shit too, right? I mean, it's bad enough that they're already complaining about the war with Ukraine that is lasting too long. Too many people are dying, right? And their people are already getting angry as it is, right? That you see, all these protests against the war now, right? And people getting arrested. So shit's already starting to get out of hand now. Imagine now declaring war on, using military actions against the United States. Bro, the United States is really good at playing the puppet master, bro. You know what I mean? They have shit designed for they'll, look like they're the good guys in this, right? Oh no, yeah, I know that we are not just us though. NATO's allies have been supplying them a little bit more military wise, us financially wise, but them a little bit more military wise, right? Like their missiles coming from England and their tanks coming from Germany. So everybody's playing their part. It's not just the United States though. Ukraine is getting whooped, bro. No, that they are losing like a lot of battles, yes, right. But the fact that Russia has lost a lot of tanks, has lost a lot of men, and the war is still going on, right? When they're Russia, bro, this shit should not be happening to them, bro. This shit should have been over like that, homie. You know what I mean? I could understand if it was like fucking Finland doing it, or no offense to anybody who's from Finland, right? Or fucking Portugal or something. No offense to Portuguese, right? But like one of these small countries, right? That But this was this is Russia, my boy. This was a second largest, or if not tied for first place in military might that we're talking about right here. This is Russia, my boy. It's not North Korea. This is Russia. This shit should not be happening to Russia, bro. This shit should have been over. Should have been a wrap. You know what I mean? This is the fucking country the United States was scared of, bro. People think the United States, that they ain't scared of nobody. No, they feared Russia, bro. They knew that Russia was like, well, from all the propaganda, it seemed like Russia was, like, damn, bro, like, you don't want war with these motherfuckers. Like, they'll really bring it to you. Just look up the casualties of Russia and, how much military vehicles and all of that they have lost, and you'll be mind blown. There's as many Ukraine soldiers that have failed as many Russian soldiers that have failed, which is crazy in itself to think, bro. Because of the size of the countries, right? That it shouldn't even be close, bro. But yet it's neck and neck, which is fucking stupid. It shouldn't be that way. Russia should be, leagues ahead, bro, but they're not. Would you say that Suge is a comment or not? Oh yeah, definitely. Suge is an individual that just uses size and his big mouth just to, get shit his way. His goons were really the ones that were doing all the how could I say all the work, bro. He was just the guy that would throw the goons on them. Because anytime you would see an individual that Suge had any beef with, right, and it was just Suge and that individual, or Suge and just Pac and that individual, it was all gravy, and it was all good, and nothing would crack, bro. But as soon as Suge was with like all his goons, all of a sudden he became this tough guy that just wanted to brawl with everybody, and it's like, where's all that energy at when you by yourself, though? Buffy been wanting to be like his process. All gangster like it. You think so? Nah, I think Puff is just a sexual deviant. I don't think he ever wanted to be no gangster. I just think he wanted, to be in charge and just, like get shit his way. He was a brat, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think he cared about the gangster stuff. I think he just cared about getting shit his way, and that's it. They also said they were going to arm another country like North Korea, China, with nuclear weapons. Why they have nuclear weapons already, though? China next to China, the United States and Russia are the ones that are, the top leaders in nuclear weapons, right? So China has nuclear weapons. North Korea is speculated that they have, nuclear weapons, because they really don't release the reports, right? So we can only speculate, right? It's just assumptions, right? But North Korea, like I said, even if they arm North Korea is small. You know what I mean? Even though I get it, they have one of the biggest armies because literally all their people is their military, right? But not to say that, you already know once war actually cracks that not all them people are really going to be down to listen to what you got, going on, right? So I'm assuming, some of them will, how can I say, revoke against them, right? So, and not only that, but they're, malnourished, and I mean, when you have a dictator as a leader, right? It's kind of hard to get people to listen to, or to get people to die for you, because they don't even like you as it is, right? So that's why dictators, why their team always flips on them like that, bro. Because you're an asshole, bro, and nobody wants to take orders from an asshole. So once they already start seeing that, potentially, this side could lose, they turn on you, bro. That's what they did with Hitler too, and with Napoleon, and Mussolini, and with Caesar. You see, but it's always, history repeats itself, bro. Because like I said, people don't like taking orders from assholes, bro, and don't like to go and die for assholes. So any chance that they get, bro, to turn the tide, bro, they take it, and that's why these motherfuckers always end up losing. Because thinking that you're the shit and you get to do whatever you want and just use these people and everything like that, like I said, bro, people get tired of that shit. This said they're going to war. Oh yeah, what happened to Russia? I'm not. Just the whole war with Ukraine and everything like that. But Russia has been making those threats since the war started, right? Like, oh, if you guys, no, this time for real, if you guys send them another fucking, more military, no, 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 this time for sure. Since before the war started, they were saying that. Like, oh, y'all think we play? No, do it one more time. One more time. What's cracking like in my boy Hazer was good. I just got done watching Civil War. A very strange movie. I don't understand. I missed the first 30 minutes, but I don't know. Civil War. What Civil War? The American Civil War or the Avengers? I feel like this is one thing that I always say. I feel like the Civil War is one of the most important wars in Americans' history, right? Because it teaches a lot of lessons in that war, right? Because one of the things that's always peddled here in America is racism, right? Is that white people hate blacks and America hates blacks and that whites want nothing to do with blacks and everything. But the Civil War shows in itself, right, that that's not true, because the Civil War was for them to end slavery, right? These states didn't want to have slavery around no more. The other states did want to continue to have slaves. So they had a disagreement, went to war, right? So those white people, because remember back then, minorities weren't allowed to vote and weren't allowed to go to war, nothing like that. They were just slaves, so they weren't allowed to partake in voting or going to war, nothing like that, right? So these were white people that were voting, saying that they wanted to end slavery, and these were white folks that were going out there and dying for these fools to be free, for white folks to be free. And it wasn't until that the Union started losing the war that they allowed for minorities to now join the war, and that's what helped them get back in the game, right, and turn the tables around because they were losing. But before that, that was white folks that were out there dying for these individuals. So it goes to show that not all white people were evil or hated blacks, or that goes to show that there is like there is good people out there, and that people did that it wasn't just all racism and shit like that, right? Because it's in humans, bro. They don't want to. They feel bad when somebody's being mistreated against or whatever, right? Don't matter the color of their skin, right? Like they just be like, hey, that's fucked up, man. He shouldn't be treated like that. That's the humanity in people, bro. And yeah, sure, you're gonna have a lot of individuals also that don't give a fuck, right? Like the Confederate States, right? But you had more individuals that seen it one way because the Confederate States were outnumbered. So you had more people seeing it one way than the other. And yes, Lincoln was a fucking hypocrite. He had slaves and everything like that too, but and he really didn't even want to get rid of that shit, bro. But we'll let people paint him, the more nicer way, right? Because he wasn't a saint himself. Actually, a lot of our founding fathers were pieces of shit, to be honest with you. But then I'll start, going off and, steering off the conversation and ranting out about some other shit. Trump or Watson, for real. Nah, Watson wants business with Big Diddy. Watson's full of himself. Him and Gunner probably have to be the biggest liars on YouTube. It's just like a gang shit. If it's serious, wonder you before they let you know what really going on. Facts, bro. How do you think these individuals even learned or were they based all their criteria off of? You know what I mean? Just watching the world and how it runs itself, bro. That's literally how gangs got their ideas, bro, of how to run their, gangs, bro, off of governments. You come, conquer by force, you establish territory that nobody gave you, you took it by force with military might. So, you know what I mean? Your homies strapped up. You set borders. Here and here is your territory. And if anybody has any issues, you know what I mean? You design colors, flags, rags. You know what I mean? Give yourselves a name and an identity. This is where these people got their ideas from. Because in all true reality, I know people don't like, the comparison, but they are looking to do exactly what these countries did. Because that is exactly what these countries did, bro. And you can't say that it was okay now because laws are established now and stuff is the way that it is, that these governments didn't do it like that. They did do it like that. They came because nobody gave these lands to them. They conquered by force, right? They slaughtered the individuals that were here, took it for themselves and said, from here and here is ours. And if anybody has any issues or wants to come and, challenge us for this land, when there's fucking land, you should let people just fucking come and just like you guys did and just, be able to live. No, but no, you want to be like, nah, this is our territory, homie. And you'll defend it with violence, right? Because that's how they do it. They defend it with violence. Tell me I'm wrong. People be like, oh, they be killing people that they don't even know, bro. Like, gang members are dumb, dog. They didn't even know that person. When you go to war, when you send your soldiers out to war, bro, in Afghanistan, in any of these other countries, right? That soldier is killing people that he has never met a day in his life. That other person on the other side, whether he's, from Afghanistan or Iran or whoever's the enemy, right? They have never met each other. That guy has a family. They have families. They have people that care for them. They never met that individual a day in their life, but they're going to go ahead and kill them. And you're going to cheer that guy and give him a fucking medal and call him a hero. Why? What gave him the right to kill that individual? Never met that individual. What gives him the right to take the life of another person? Why? Because these countries can't get along? Because one wants more money than the other, so people are losing their lives over money. And money is something that's commendable to lose your life over? I mean, that's what these gangs are killing each other for too. But you guys call them criminals. But these guys are war heroes. Make it make sense, my guy. Oh, well, do you get paid for that? Or do they give you scholarships? Oh, so that makes it okay for them to be doing that. Oh, okay. So all these gun battles that they're having in villages and all these innocent people getting struck by stray bullets because it's casualty of war, because that's how war goes, right? Because it's not like back in the days where they fight in open fields. They're fighting in fucking literally cities, bro. But because it's not happening here in America and you don't get to see it, you feel like it's okay. Why do you think all these other countries have a problem with the United States and don't like our military? Because these fucking battles are happening in their fucking towns, bro. In their fucking streets. Because if that shit was to be happening here, people would be having an uproar and wouldn't consider these people war heroes. But since it's not, they get out of sight, out of mind. And that makes it okay that... Have you seen pictures, bro, that you have all these kids that are dead and everything like that from getting hit by stray bullets? These airplanes are passing by, dropping bombs on these fucking towns that have... these people have nothing to do with the war or their government's decision. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and bomb all these fucking areas. Like when they dropped the atomic bombs, what the fuck did all those people have to do with Pearl Harbor? It's not like they all were like, yeah, go bomb the United States. They had no say-so in America's fucking and Japan's fucking beef. But you guys gonna go and kill all these old, elderly people, women, children, pregnant people, all these motherfuckers, bro. With no remorse. And you guys cheer these motherfuckers and give them holidays. But then you have an uproar when a gang member's killing another gang member. The fucking hypocrisy is crazy around here. Ay, ay, ay. The nonsense is just outrageous. You know? You know, and it's like, oh, bro, why are you looking to defend gang member actions? I'm not, bro. It's just like if you're gonna have a problem with one, then you have to have a problem with the other. But no, you choose to defend one and insult the other, which makes absolutely no fucking sense, bro. But it goes to show how man is able to do that, right? They only see what they want to see, right? Yeah, you know, and here's another thing. America knew that Japan was gonna strike Pearl Harbor months before they did, bro. But they were like, they ain't really gonna do shit. They took it as a fucking joke. So they could have prevented all of that, bro, but they're fucking egos, bro. Nobody will attack America, bro. You know? But then now you're gonna drop all those bombs on them people, right? For your fucking negligence. Because y'all fucked up. All them people had to pay the price for it. And they'll be like, oh, it was a one-time thing. You know, they learned from it. What? Bro. America be doing that shit on a daily, bro, in all these different countries. You know. Just look at what they did to Libya. And this shit is all public record that people could go look up. The thing is that they don't tell you that it's public record, so why would anybody go look at all this shit up, right? Because obviously they're not going to tell you to go look it up, right? Because they look like fucking assholes, right? They don't look like the good guys, right? That's why they don't tell people that it's public record. But they be doing all kinds of scandalous shit. And that was not under, you know, like these Republicans, like people say, that was under Obama. Democrats. This goes to show you the fucking, that no matter which side it is, bro, they all full of shit, bro. You know what I mean? That's just the thing. The hypocrisy is fucking crazy here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch is over. We got to get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we up.